Well, thank you very much, Raging Grannies, and they're going to stay the evening, and I think they'll come back up as the evening progresses and sing some more for us, so thank you very much. What I'm going to do now is introduce our guest speakers. We have four very knowledgeable panelists tonight who are going to take on different aspects of the SPP. And I'm just going to introduce each of the speakers now so that we don't interrupt them, and then we'll hear from our presenters, and then we're going to open it up to the floor and have questions and comments, and then I'm going to invite the panel to respond to what you have to say and to answer any questions. But we do want to have a lot of time this evening for people to say what you think and to ask questions of our panelists. So first of all, we'll be hearing from Peter Julian, and Peter Julian, of course, is my very good friend and colleague from Burnaby, New Westminster, and he said he felt very good about crossing Boundary Road to come into East Vancouver, because he knows he's in a good place. There's lots of activists here. But I want to tell you that Peter is our trade critic for the NDP in Ottawa. He has done an incredible job. He's been on a cross-Canada tour. I think it's, what, 20 or 25 places now that you've had forums or are planning to have forums across the country about the SPP, including Ottawa, Halifax, Fredericton, Sault Ste. Marie, Kamloops, Moose Jaw, Winnipeg, Calgary, Victoria, and of course here tonight in Vancouver. And Peter has done an amazing job of raising this issue in Parliament, and certainly we all have within our caucus, we see this as a very key issue about Canadian sovereignty and what's going to happen to Canada under this partnership agreement. But Peter, as our critic and on the committee, has been particularly active in really bringing forward new information, uncovering information, disclosing it to the public, and calling for public hearings on SPP. So we're very glad that Peter is here tonight, and he'll be giving sort of an overview of what the SPP is all about. Then after that, we'll be hearing from Murray Dobbin, and I think Murray Dobbin is very well known to all of us here in Vancouver. He's been a journalist, broadcaster, author, and social activist for over 35 years, and he's still very youthful. Where is he? Oh, he's over here. Murray has a bad back tonight, and so he's standing, but he will be coming here to speak. He's written a number of books, and in fact, one of the books that I think is a real manual for people was The Myth of the Good Corporate Citizen, Democracy Under the Rule of Big Business, and has been described as the Citizen's Guide to Globalization. And Murray, of course, does much public speaking as well across the country, is very knowledgeable on this issue. So we're very delighted to have Murray. And then we'll also be hearing from Don Davies. Don, you have a great last name. Don is a lawyer and was called to the bar in 1989, and he actually worked in Alberta for a while in the office of the official opposition to the leader of the NDP there, and then he began working for the Teamsters, Local 31 in 1992, and has been the director of the legal resources for Teamsters Canada. Don has a long history of community activism. He's very active in the community of Vancouver Kingsway. He's very active in the community school, in neighborhood organization, the Parent Advisory Committee. He's been assisting refugees. He's very active at the local level, and we're very delighted that Don is here tonight to offer his perspective about this issue from a labor perspective, because this is obviously something that the labor movement has also been working very hard on. And I know that the Canadian Labour Congress has also been putting out a lot of information about this issue to their members across the country. So we're very pleased to have Don here. And then we're also, our final presenter will be Doug Ross, who is a professor from Simon Fraser University and is on the editorial board of International Journal, and does a lot of research currently, including Canadian United States aerospace defense relations, and has done a lot of research around security issues. So we're very happy to have Doug here as well tonight. I just want to say one other thing. You know, I attended a rally on Saturday in downtown Vancouver, and it was organized by a young, this is James right here, a young activist who did it all on his own. He's a member of CEP, and across Facebook and across the internet, he organized a rally, and he had a pretty darn good turnout there at Robson Square. And it was amazing to me to see how people came out about this issue. And you know, that one individual could organize a rally with his friends and get out there and take up this issue and speak out. So it was great to be there on Saturday, and you did a great job, James. So thank you for doing that. And I wanted to mention that because I think it's an indication of the level of interest that people have about this issue and how the word is getting out about what the SPP is and what we need to do to educate ourselves and to mobilize around it and certainly make it a big issue in a federal election. So what I'm going to do first of all is call on Peter Julian, our trade critic, who will give an overview of the SPP and will tell us about what we've been doing in Ottawa on this issue. So please welcome Peter Julian.